Hey guys, it's Vince. Today in this video, we are getting ready to package a client's kit. Now, I've done another video on this where I did a full scope system where an SMCU system was getting shipped to an aerospace client. This particular client is wanting to assemble his G540 Master Edition enclosure, and just so everyone understands what that means, this has all ports added. Let me just put this down. It's easier to just do that, and then we can explain it. So right here, you can see we have our 6-pin GX16, and this is male connector. And this is in case he wants to, once again, install anything from a plasma in terms of torch height control system. He's got that availability with this connector. He also gets the matching female connectors. So we've got a lot of options here. And then over here, we've got one of 5 GX16 3-pins for accessories. Now, this enclosure naturally costs more because it takes the G540 and allows it to have all of its options already added. So whether or not you want to wire these in directly from the time you get the system, or you want the availability to expand it whenever you desire, this is the way to go. This way you've already got all your ports already set. The only thing you would have to do is for whatever accessories we're going to install, he would then install the female connector to whatever cables for whatever accessories he's installing, and he would be set to go. So again, we've got our DB9 solderless connectors right here. These are all set. You can see how they're packaged. We've got our Trip Light power cord. Details count, guys. Trip Light, the best in the industry. Coming over here, double shielded motor cables, pre-built 20 foot. These are actually my new 20 foot DB9, and these are molded on, double shielded motor cable. All set to go. Now in his particular instance, he's using NEMA 34 3.5 amp 1600 ounce motors. Massive motors and massive potential, because a lot of guys think that with 3.5 amps you cannot step up to NEMA 34s. That's not true. So keep that in mind. Once again, we come over here. He wants bulletproof stability. He has bulletproof stability with our UC400 Ethernet controller. Now, this right here is the UC400. You can see over here, we've got our 4 thumb nuts to mount the enclosure. And then over here, we've got our gender changer attached to our EMI filter and our ribbon cable. Now, a lot of guys think that ribbon cables, when it comes to Ethernet, should not necessarily include an EMI filter, and I beg to differ with that. We want the signals going through the ribbon cable to be as clean as possible, because once again, when those signals go through the ribbon cable, they're still going to the 540. So this unit itself has its own standalone power supply, and it also has my integrated inline switch. So you can turn it on and off, genuine TDK, EMI ferrites. And then once again, everything here, as far as the ferrules, they are crimped and soldered on, and everything here is set to go and tested. So barrel connector right here plugs into the power supply. This then just plugs into the UC400. He installs the required driver, which is essentially a plug-in for Mach 3 or UC-CNC, and he's set to go. We finished this system off with our Cat 7 double shielded. These are gold-plated connectors. Everything here is top quality. Anything here I would use in my own system and do. So keep that in mind. Coming over here, power supply. Now you'll notice on my power supplies right here, we've got our 10 output terminals for V negative and V positive. Now why do we do that? We do that because
Hey guys, jump over to eDealers Direct Automation and check out my eBay store for the components used to make what you see in this video, as well as many others that you may not even realize you need. Of course, I'm always there if you have questions. Message me and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And of course, I do custom engineering as well as consultations. Thank you for watching this video and your support. Take care.
Definitely expire those very quickly as soon as we start connecting accessories with our 540. Doing it this way allows for optimal placement of all of the V positive and V negative terminal outputs you require for your accessories, and you will not have to worry about installing a terminal splitter. This is all set to go. Only power supply that's designed for CNC use, with once again the terminal blocks as well as having a built-in EMI filter. So very, very simple to work with. Again, live neutral ground. Everything here is labeled V positive, back terminal, V negative, front terminal, voltage adjustment right here. This does come pre-calibrated. I calibrate all my systems before they leave, and that's with the Fluke 179 True RMS. And this system right here is now ready to go to the client. He's got an ETH-34 motors, they're coming inbound, and I've just ran out of 540, so he's actually getting another 540, and whether or not it's coming direct from Gecko or myself, of course, you get the 3-year US warranty. So he wants to assemble this. This is just the bare enclosure, and that's how he decided to save the most money. Is he wanted to go top notch, he wanted to go ultimate stability, he wanted to go with the maximum power. He just wanted to save the money on the labor. So when guys ask me, what's the best way to save our money? It's naturally going to be on labor. Labor is definitely going to save you the most money. If I have to build it, and depending upon the amount of accessories, naturally I have to be compensated. So if you're okay with reading wiring diagrams, if you're okay with doing the wiring, doing the grounding, you're set to go. I mean, this is basically a fully calibrated system in terms of power supply. All he has to do is then mount it inside of his enclosure, mount the 540, and I would say he's probably at the realm of about 80 to 85% done with the overall system. Of course, motor cables are pre-assembled. That takes away all of that labor. UC400, that's all done. It's exterior mounted. I get a lot of questions on that. Why did you exterior mount it? And do you recommend exterior mounting them? Here's my thoughts. Everyone will differ, but I'm going to tell you right now, in the event you have to troubleshoot this unit, all you have to do is unplug it. And that's a lot easier than going inside the enclosure and messing around with everything. Just unplug it, test it. You're now segregated that one component, and you can test it by itself. And then once you find out that it works right, you can naturally integrate it back into the system with just plugging it back in. Now, you can also then use the system with a parallel port just by unplugging, once again, the gender changer from the 540. So that option is there as well for doing any type of troubleshooting. So under those pretenses, I would say this is probably the easiest to work on system you'll find. So keeping that in mind, you can see now how this is going. Now, Joanna worked her magic with her packaging, and let me tell you, she is a magician. We've worked hand in hand, and she's taught me a lot about how to package. We try to make it to where you guys understand we want you to get the full experience. And to me, the full experience is until this unit is safe in the client's hands, I'm not happy. So that's the way I look at it. Your money is your money, and once I handle your money, it's still your money until he receives this. So, and of course, receives it in the shape it is right here. Everything packaged properly, his connectors packaged properly, motor cables, everything. And in this way, he's set to go. Now, motors, of course, in his case, he's getting ETH-34s. They are massive. And for those of you who have not seen those, check out my channel. They're all over the place. Once again, I've got his on special order. And the thing, keep in mind, they're about, what, 10 pounds each? I think they're 10.
Probably.
About 10 pounds each. So naturally, they ship separately. And this will be, what, 4 or 5 packages?
4. Mm-hmm.
4 packages. So when you quantify price, think about that. Every package is insured. Every package runs through UPS. This way, everything gets there. If it's damaged, it's fully insured. Your money is as safe as possible. That's the ultimate goal, because this is our investment, not yours, not mine, ours. Till he receives this, till he plugs everything in, it's still ours. So again, you see it all laid out. If you want to save money, I would recommend going with something of this caliber for send. You don't have to go with the Master Edition backplate. You could definitely start out with just the standard enclosure if you're okay machining the backplate yourself. That's the thing to keep in mind, because a lot of guys don't think that far ahead. And I always bring it up. If you think in the future you're going to want to expand the system, typically guys with plasma systems will ask me that, because they'll say, do I need a THC? And I'll say, hold off on a THC until you test the system, and then invest in it if you think you need it. Because why in the hell are you going to pay for components you may not need? But if the system is already set for it, all you have to do is wire it in. And as long as you're comfortable doing that, this is the best way to go. If not, and budget is absolutely, the pinnacle of what you're doing, stay with a stock enclosure, go with Mach 3 soft limits or UC-CNC soft limits. You've got everything you need for safety, and you can start with that and make money basically out of the gate. The corners not to cut is right here. and I've discussed this many times, Ethernet is the best overall solution for stability when it comes to CNC robotics. Definitely the way to go. And when you look at everything, no corners cut, and he's all set. One other thing I want to point out is in this video, my computer took a crap. So right now, I am waiting for a new PC, and not cheap PC either. And ultimately, there's not going to be much editing in this. So I do ask you all, if this all helps you, if you have any questions, once again, reach out to me. I would appreciate if you like and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel grow. And the big thing here to keep in mind is I can build anything pending it fits your budget. The big question here is, what do you want? Where do you foresee going in the future? And then the question is then, what do we want to automate? Other than that, reach out. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.